Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in to the webinar. I know it's been a while. Come on in and let me know where you're coming in from. My name is Linda Peavy. Yes, they call me the Grants Queen, and I'm going to be your host for today. And I am so glad that you decided to join because I have some information for you that you need to know about these grants. And oh my goodness, now is the time. Now is the time for you to get this information. So come on in, and let me know where you're coming in from. I'm in Ohio. Ohio. I'm in Ohio. So why don't you give your city and your state a shout out? Give your city and your state a shout out and let me know where you are. Annette is coming in from Texas. Texas. Yes. Let me know. I see you coming in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let me know. Let me know where you are coming in from. Let me know where you are coming in from. Give that city and that state a shout out as you come in. And let me know where you're coming in from. Hello, Benita from Philly. I used to live not too far from Philadelphia. I used to live in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, which is about maybe 25, 30 miles west of Philadelphia. But I know Philly very well. My church was in Philadelphia, and we've got Fairfax, Virginia in the house. Seattle. Oh, I was in beautiful Seattle earlier this year. I was in Seattle, and guess what? It didn't rain one day. It didn't rain one single day I was there. So we're going to give it just a couple more minutes and let people come on in. Let people come on in. We're going to give it just a couple more minutes. Oh my gosh, it's flooding now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that because when I was there, it was, believe it or not, it was sunny every single day. It was sunny every single day. All right. So we're going to get started. And I'm going to share my screen. So again, my name is Linda Peavy, and I'm going to be your host for this day. And let's get it going because I have a lot of information to share with you, a lot of information. And I want to make absolutely sure that you get all of it. All right. So I'm going to share my screen, and that way we can get started. So hopefully you are able to see the screen. Yes, we will have other people joining us a little bit later. So, are we ready? We are ready to go. So, this is all about you being able to write and win grants, especially as a Black organization. Because, look, we've heard about all of the cuts, right, to the government grants, but guess what? There's so much money available right now. So let's talk about how you can still get it. And yes, with no experience, you're going to see how it can be done with no experience. I was able to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. So whether you've never written a grant before, or maybe you've written a grant and you've been rejected, or maybe you won a few grants, right? Stay tuned. I've got something for you. All right. Now, let me just introduce myself formally. Yes, my name is Linda Peavy. Yes, they call me the Grants Queen, and I have been a professional grant writer and instructor for over 17 years. Yes, I've won almost $20 million in grants for my clients. And about 3 years ago, I decided that I needed to start teaching you how to do this for yourself, right? Because then I could help more people. So I started the LaPaul Writing School, and now I have over 3,000 students, both nonprofits and small businesses in this academy. So right now, I want to know who is here with me. Let me know in the chat really quickly. Are you a small business or are you a nonprofit, or maybe you're both? Maybe you're both nonprofit, small business, or both. So let me know. Let me know in the chat which one. Let me know in the chat which one. Small business, nonprofit. Ah, both. Excellent. That really puts you in a great place, right, to get more grants. Excellent. So, does it matter if you are a nonprofit or small business? This webinar is going to be for you. All right. Let me make that super clear. All right. All right. Come on, mouse. The mouse is trying not to work for me. All right. Let me get that out of the way. Over the past 17 years, have literally trained over 30,000 organizations, individuals, small businesses, nonprofits. That's a lot of people. I also teach grant writing. I teach grant writing to some of the largest organizations in the country, including Goldman Sachs. You probably heard of Goldman Sachs, the Urban League, National Association of Women Business Owners. I'm also a very proud alumnus of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program. Now, my undergrad and graduate degrees are from the University of Akron, like go Zips in Akron, Ohio. And let me tell you, it is truly my passion and my mission to help you get grant funding because there is so much misinformation out here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give you the correct information today so that you know what you need to do to place yourself in the right position. Now, I wasn't always called the grants queen, though. I used to be a publishing executive in Pennsylvania, right? For the person that's in Philly. I wasn't too far from Philadelphia. And then I got hurt. When I got hurt, like the whole bottom fell out. So for those of you who started from zero, I have been there. I know what it's like to start from nothing because that's what I had to do when I got hurt. I had this great job. I had to leave everything behind. I had to literally fly home and move in with my sister. It took me 2 years to recuperate. I was seen by like the best doctors in the world at the Cleveland Clinic. Still took me 2 years to recuperate. And when I started to work again, I couldn't even find a job because my experience was in publishing. And if you know anything about Cleveland, because that's where I moved back to, not the publishing mecca of the United States, right? So that's when I started LaPav Consulting. I started my company because I like to eat and I needed a roof over my head. So I started from nothing. So I know how it is. And then when I started, I realized that I was with a nonprofit where I served as the executive director. And before I knew it, the board of directors was calling me into their office asking me to write grants. I had never seen a grant before, just like many of you, right? I had no knowledge of grants, and now I'm being asked to write a grant to save my job. They wanted me to write a grant that would pay for my salary. You talk about pressure, right? But you know what? I did it. I did the research. I wrote the grant. I won the grant. That's why I know you can do it. You can write and win grants with no experience. I was able to do it, especially now with AI, which has changed the game. We'll talk about AI later. But eventually, grant writing became my most sought after service because so many people needed grants. And I went from like being frustrated, asking for help because I didn't know anything about grants to pulling up with a money truck, right? So I've won almost $20 million in grants, and I want to see you. I want to see your name on the money truck because what you need to know is that right now, even today, there is so much grant money available. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe what you're hearing that like all of the grants are gone. Nothing could be further from the truth. So I went from winning like little $500 grants to $500,000 grants. I went from winning like your local grants to literally multi-year grants. So you can do this. So I want you to be encouraged. You can do this. You can write these grants with no experience. And I want you to think about what you could do with the grant money. How about hire help? How many of you are tired of using your own money to pay for the expenses of your organization, whether it's your small business or your nonprofit? I hear from you. This is year 17 of me being in this industry. I know you're tired of using your own money. Or how about you're trying to get money just to get help? You can't keep wearing all 20 hats, people. You can't keep wearing all 20 hats. All right. So I want you to get excited about what's available for grants. So we're going to cover why we're here, the current grant landscape. I'm going to give you some grant basics. We'll talk about how do you prepare to write grants? Where do you write? How do you write in the application? How do you attract the funder that wants to give you money? How do you get noticed? How do you conduct grant research? Then we're going to talk about AI because it has changed the game. Then I have a bonus surprise for you at the end. And yes, this is a no fluff zone. I don't do fluff. People who know me know I don't do fluff. You're going to walk away today with information that you can use to start writing and winning grants, period. All right, let's get moving. In the 17 years I've been in this industry, you know what I hear from organizations that don't get grants? I'm scared. I'm scared to do it. I'm scared to write grants. I'm just scared of the whole process. I know that there are grants available, or I've heard that there are grants available, but I'm scared to do it. But guess what? You, as a Black organization, you don't have the luxury of being afraid. You just don't, because you need grant money, because grant money is free, right? I'm tired of hearing about loans. Are you tired of hearing about loans? You want grant money because grant money you don't pay back. But grant writing is a skill. Do you have the money to pay a professional grant writer? That's like $5,000 and up. Don't let fear kill what you need, right? Because these grant applications where they used to be 300 pages and 100 pages, I know because I used to write them, are now 2, 3, and 4 pages. Seriously, 2, 3, and 4 pages. You're not spending weeks and weeks and weeks writing grants. You're spending days, and in the case of AI, sometimes you're spending hours. All right. And no, you don't have to be a professional grant writer. You need to know the process and you need to know a framework. That's what I've developed over the last 70 years. I've developed a framework that will get you to the money. So your success people are going to be on the other side of your fear. All right. So let's get this grant money. Now, what do you need to know? Grants are available. Now, look, I know that the federal grants have been cut, but guess what? Federal grants do not equal all grants. You've got private, community, family, and corporate foundations that are providing billions of dollars in grant money right now. And that's what you're going to focus on. Private, community, family, and corporate foundations. All right? Because yes, they're giving grants and they're giving grants to Black organizations. Absolutely. Now, here's more good news. Because of the federal grant cuts, your corporate and your private and your community foundations are stepping in to cover the gaps left by the federal cuts. So, what are we seeing now? We're actually seeing more grants being available, more grants being available, and increased amounts of grants. So, whereas a foundation, maybe they were giving $2 million a year, now they're giving $4 million a year because they're trying to fill in those gaps. Because, as you know, the need didn't leave. Wherever you started your organization, whether it's a nonprofit or a small business, the need didn't leave. Just the federal grants. And for those of you who don't know, do you know that your state and local governments, they have grant money? Did you know that? Have you met with your local officials to talk about grants? All state grant money does not come from the federal government. A lot of states raise their own grant money. So if you have not met with your local officials about grants, you are leaving money on the table. So this is more good news. This is why I want you to be encouraged. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. We know that the federal government cut the DEI money. But guess what? The money shifted. The money shifted because look, there are Black organizations that work with me right now. They're getting 5 and 6 figure grants right now. Black organizations. A framework matters. So here's what foundations are doing. Because yes, they're being pressured by the federal government to stop DEI funds, but guess what? These minorities and women and veterans and the disabled, that's who they fund. They're not going to stop funding these people. But guess how they're getting around it? They're changing their language. So whereas they might not be saying for Black organizations or for women, they're talking about the conditions now. And this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to still get this money that's geared for Black organizations, even though the language doesn't say Black. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. You're going to reframe that language so that you start emphasizing what are the outcomes that you're looking for? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? All right, let me give you an example of this. This is very important for you to know. In the grant world, we call it quiet DEI. Let's say you have a youth program where you provide, could be mentoring for Black boys. Look, that's who you serve. You don't stop serving Black boys. You change that language. So now instead of saying youth development opportunities for Black boys, you say we provide youth development for historically underserved and underrepresented boys, or serving boys disproportionately impacted by economic and educational inequities. This is very important for you to get. Give me a yes. Give me a yes if you understand what I'm saying, because this is how you're still going to get this money. You're going to be looking for words like underserved, underrepresented, inequities, right? This is how you're still going to get the funding. So when you do your grant searches, give me a yes. Give me a yes in the chat if you get this. This is very important for you to know. This is the grant landscape that we're in right now. Now, yes, there are still some foundations that they are proudly giving in the area of racial inequities. And they'll say that in their grant application, but many others, they knew that they had to tweak that language so that they wouldn't feel the wrath coming out of the White House. So this is what you're going to look for. Look for these buzzwords: underserved, underrepresented, inequities, because your goal is to still get the grant money, regardless of what's happening in the White House. That's your goal, is to still get the grant money. So let's go back to grant basics. What else do you need to know? Now, grants are not paid back, full stop. For those of you who have a nonprofit, make sure you have your 501c3. That's your tax exempt charitable organization designation by the IRS. Make sure you've got that 501c3, because that's how you're going to get the grant. If you are a nonprofit, it is absolutely required. This is only for nonprofits, not small businesses. All right. Now, I want you to look at this slide and look at it carefully, because these are the lies, right? Look, people who know me know I keep it real. Like, I don't know any other way. People have been telling you there are no grants. Do you know that this year there will be over $200 billion in grants being given away? We recently got the 2024 number for last year, over $200 billion. For this year, it's expected to increase. This is the money that's being given away. So while you've got some people hiding in a corner, all distressed, like, oh my gosh, there are no grants, you've got the smart ones, right? That know that this grant money is being given away every single day, including to organizations that look like yours. So I want you to be encouraged, people. $200 billion, that's a lot of money. Get your share of it. All right. Now, I want you to prepare to apply for grants. This is where too many organizations get wrong or get it wrong. They see the grant application and they're all excited and they just start applying. You have to prepare. Get your documents in order. Do you, all of you, have your EIN, your employer identification number? Nonprofits, do you have your 501c3? Let me know in the chat. Do you have these documents ready? Do you have your articles of incorporation? Are you a legitimate organization? Especially nonprofits, do you have your board of directors? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'm here to help you get this grant money. Do you have a financial statement? Now, this is for those of you who have already been in business. You're going to need your financial statement. That's your balance sheet and your profit and loss statement. The profit and loss statement is also called an income statement. All right. Hey, David. Hey, Benita. And your annual budget, you've got to have a budget, people. You don't worry about it being exact. Estimate. Estimate. All right. Now, I'm going to get into the applications so that you understand this is what you should be focusing on to get grants, to win grants. And this is where people don't understand. Like, this is a competitive industry. What do you need to do to win? You must have a mission statement. And people might be thinking, sure, I got a mission. I had a mission years ago. How are you using your mission statement? You need to make sure that that mission is aligned to the funder's areas of interest because guess what? 87% of grants are rejected because they weren't sent to the right funder. Because if you have a foundation, right, and that foundation is giving grant money to organizations that build motorcycles, and your organization makes cakes, why are you sending your grant application to the foundation that's only given to organizations that build motorcycles? You saw $1 million grant and that's all you needed. Like, I have to apply. And you didn't do the research to find out, oh my gosh, that money's not for me. Your mission will let you know. The mission of the foundation will let you know whether or not there's an alignment. So, homework 101, if you don't have a mission statement, get one. And this is another way in which you are going to get grant money. When you describe your organization, you have to talk about impact. This is so critical. I cannot stress this enough, people. This is how grants are being given. What impact are you having on the people that you serve? And it doesn't matter if you have a restaurant or an after school program. And don't just write about the people you serve. Let's say you've got a restaurant and you serve 100 people a week. What is the overall impact in your community? Are you hiring people? Right? Maybe you have Senior Citizens Day, so you're able to provide discounted meals to seniors. What is the impact? Use more than numbers. That after school program is not good enough for you to say, okay, I serve 150 people, 150 students. Not good enough. What's happening with those students? Did they improve their test scores because of your after school program? Did they gain confidence? This is what foundations want to hear, not just numbers. How are you helping the people that you serve? Right? So you need to talk about impact. And guess what? Let's say you haven't even started, right? Or maybe you have a startup, maybe you're new. Talk about what you hope your impact will be. And talk about whatever the problems were that led you to open. So let's say you have an urban garden. Why did you open an urban garden? Maybe there was a food desert in the community and people really didn't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. So you decided to open up an urban garden. That was the reason why you opened. That's what foundations want to know. Maybe you have a soul food restaurant because there weren't any soul food restaurants within 5 miles of that location. Talk about why you opened and what that need was. And AI does a tremendous job of helping you with the research that will back up why you open. We're going to do a little bit of research with AI a little bit later. But you have a decision to make. You have to decide, are you asking for an operating grant or a program project grant? Please look for both. But we love the operating grants. You know why? Because when you get that operating grant, you decide where you put that money. You could put it towards your lease, yes, your rent payments, staff. Maybe you want, as the executive director, to get a stipend. You can put it towards your stipend. Only about 32% of foundations give general operating support. But always apply for both. This is what you need to know. You should never ever just be applying for one grant. No, apply for multiple grants. So some grants may be operating grants, some grants may be program project grants. And by the way, ask your questions in the chat or the Q&A. Don't be shy. Like, this is not the time to be shy. This is a very intimate setting. Don't be shy. Ask your questions because I'm going to get to them. All right. But make sure you are applying to multiple foundations that are aligned. Because what I don't want you to do is just start like you just throw spaghetti at the wall. You just applying for grant after grant after grant, and they're not even aligned to what you do. Make sure you apply for multiple foundations, but make sure that they're all aligned. And for those of you who are thinking, I don't, Black organizations aren't getting grants, this is one of my students. She has a Sisters Against Domestic Violence program, and she won a $10,000 grant. And she said, all praise to the Most High. Linda Peavy's course really works, y'all. I have a couple of courses now that's teaching you how to get this grant money, right? So, like, this is all real. This is in this grant environment where people are thinking, oh, there's no grant money. And also, your partnerships are important. Don't try to do this alone. Now, you can have an organization, but try to pull in partnerships that can help you, that can collaborate with you. Here are a few phenomenal ones. The Urban League, HBCUs, Greek organizations, 100 Black Men of America, the Y. Let me give you an example of how this works. Let's say a young lady has a reentry program. She wants to make sure that ex-offenders, once they get out into the community, that they don't go back to jail, right? I want you to tell me in the chat, who should she be partnering with? Now, she's got to interview inmates to make sure that they qualify for her program before they're released. You tell me right now. I want to hear from you in the chat. Who do you think she should be partnering with? She has an ex-offender program. She wants to make sure that when people are released from jail, that they have the resources that they need so that they don't go back to jail. What about housing? You don't want ex-offenders to be homeless, right? So she needs to be connecting with the housing authorities. What if they have addictions? What if they have addictions? Maybe social service agencies, you're right, David, the Urban League. You know why? Because the Urban League has training, has employment training programs, because you want these ex-offenders to have a skill, right? So that they don't commit another crime and go back to jail. What about the jail system? What about wardens? She needs to be able to meet with them in order to get access to the prisoners, right? You see how this works? This is what you're going to do, all of you. This is your homework. I need you to create 5 organizations that you are going to connect with. If you want to drop them into the chat, if I have time, I'll address them at the end. This is your homework, though. Name 5 organizations that you're going to collaborate with because those collaborations mean everything. Now, let's talk about the grant budget. This is where you are listing how you're going to spend the grant money. Whatever you do, itemize your expenses. You can't just say, I need grant money to hire an executive director. Not good enough. How much money do you need to hire the ED? And if it's a contractor, break it down. What's the hourly rate? How many hours a week will the person work? How many weeks out of the year? And then this is very important, that budget narrative, because it will explain how you are using the funding to connect the money back to your mission and the mission of the foundation. So you can talk about how, yes, I need a grant to help pay the executive director because that person leads the entire program. We can't get our mission fulfilled until we have a leader. So that's what we need the grant money for. Do you understand what I'm saying? And AI can write this budget and grant budget for you. It's amazing. We'll look at it in a few minutes. So much of this is about mindset because so many people think, oh gosh, I don't have time to write grants. I don't have time. Well, let me ask a question for all of you, and I would like an answer in the chat, especially those of you who are thinking, oh my gosh, Linda, this sounds good, but I don't have time. Remember, I said at the beginning that some of these applications are what? 2 to 3 pages. And the question is, do you have time to get free money? That's the question. Do you have time to get, let me know. I want to hear from you in the chat. Do you have time to get free money? Does anybody have time to get free money? I know I got all the time in the world to get free money. What about you? Let me know in the chat. Do you have time to get, does anybody have time to get free money? Let me know in the chat. Because if you got time to get free money, I need for you to spend some time on this process. Yes, you're going to create some relationships. Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting some yeses. I hope you got time to get free money, right? I hope so. So this is what you're going to do. Because guess what? The number one funding move that almost nobody makes is one of the best ways that you can ensure yourself of winning the grant. And that is meeting with the foundation. Because after training over 30,000 organizations, I've noticed one undeniable pattern. Organizations that meet with foundations win more grants. Full stop. You've got to meet with these foundations. This is critical. If you don't take anything else away from this webinar, this is it. This is a huge grant meeting secret. Meet, meet with the foundation because that one-on-one meeting is everything. And oftentimes in that meeting, they're going to give you some hints and some insight into that grant that they don't even put on their own websites. That's why you got to meet because it gives them the opportunity to know a little bit more about you. So how do you do this? Remember, I said I don't do fluff. I'm giving you information that you're going to take back. Write an email. In the email, introduce yourself to the foundation. Talk about who you are and what you do and how what you're doing aligns with where they're giving money. And ask for the meeting. In my framework, I give you secrets as to how to get to the person because I don't do the info emails, like the info at ABC Foundation. I don't do that. In my framework, I will teach you how to find the person. I was literally just meeting with a client yesterday, and we were able to find the exact emails to the foundation people. Because don't send anything to those infos. They're gonna go off into the hemisphere somewhere. So whatever you do, send the email to the right person and never ask for money in the email. Never ask for money. Ask for the meeting. When you get to the meeting, ask for the money. Now, let's talk about where you can find grants. That's the big question. Where do you find the grants? Go to one or more of these portals. Now, if you are a nonprofit, the Foundation Directory Online is for you. It's $50 a month to subscribe, or you get free access at your local library. Grants.gov, we know that's the source of federal grants, but a lot of those grants are shut down. Are you a religious organization? Lilly Foundation. Grant Watch is only $20 a week. Spend $20 and get you a list of grants. Grant Station is $200 for the whole year. I'm a partner with the urbanawareness.usa.org. They are phenomenal. They are Black owned. And guess what? They have weekly grant lists and free training. Please send them an email. Tell them Linda Peavy sent you and sign up for their free training. They are phenomenal. They're Black owned. If you are a creator, let's say you're an artist, a writer, a poet, a musician, grants for creators phenomenal. It's $97 a year. The grant portal is the largest grant catalog in the US. They're $197 for the whole year. And then if you can afford it, instrumental is $200 a month, but I don't think you need to spend that kind of money to get grants. Now, I want to give you this list so that you see, yes, there are grants available right now, and many of them are geared towards African American organizations. U.S. Black Chambers, they give a Buy Black list. It's a list of grants geared towards Black organizations. There's a list of Black grants at this particular site here, financial literacy, but don't let that fool you because this is a huge list of grants. This is just for small businesses at the top. HelloAlice.com. Operation Hope, that's John Hope Bryant. He's here to help build 1 million Black businesses. He's at over 400,000. Amber Grants for Women, the Ford Foundation, they're giving money if you are creating a film about the Black experience. Do you have a startup? Maybe you're new? Busy.com. For nonprofits, yes, if you're a Black church, there are grants. I won't go through all of these. Amarillo, they only give grants to small organizations because so many of you may think I'm too small to get a grant. That's just not true. What are you doing? What is your impact? And then please, please don't sleep on your banks. Do you know that banks give money to not only nonprofits but small businesses? Here's four hot leads: Bank of America, Wells Fargo, TD Banks, Truist, and Citizens. But that's five. And then the NAACP, they have a list of grants as well. So grants are available, people. $200 billion were given away last year. The 2025 numbers are expected to be even higher than that. And 2026, the money is available. The money is available. Let's talk about AI. It is a phenomenal tool, a phenomenal tool. Use it as a tool, not a replacement. Like there's no way of getting around you needing to write about your organization. You need to be able to write, even if it's a little bit, about your history, your program, your project, your service. And then you let AI take it from there because it's going to be able to help you write bigger and better. So let's talk about AI. I want to talk specifically about ChatGPT because, yes, it can help you write 5 times faster. It literally will cut 80% off of the time it takes for you to apply for these grants, but you've got to be able to feed AI. So you write about your organization and then you feed the information into AI, but write about it first, feed it into AI. Remember, I said that 87% of grants get rejected because the applications are not even sent to the right funder. AI will help you. AI will help you because what AI is doing, you can input your information. Let's say you input your mission statement, and it will literally find grants that are geared towards your mission statement. You don't want to chase every single grant that's out there. It's a waste of money. It was a waste of time. And then you have people that totally ignore the funder language. Like the grant is for nonprofits, and here you are, a small business trying to apply. AI will eliminate that because it's only going to give you grants that's geared towards your information. And then you misread eligibility, right? Again, maybe the grant was geared towards organizations that have only been open for less than 5 years, and you've been open for 10 years and you apply because you didn't know. AI will fix all of this. So it will help find the right funders, right? It will cut 80% off of your research time, right? Because here you are sitting at your computer now. You're trying to find all these grants. You've been wasting hours, hours, hours. You got 10 tabs open. How many of you right now got 10 tabs open? Come on now, tell the truth. You got 10 tabs open trying to find these grants, trying to research, trying to get information about the impact. You could put it into AI and it will give you this information in minutes. It can summarize guidelines, right? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you right now, how AI can work. So let's use this example here. Detroit Learning Lift is a nonprofit that provides free after-school tutoring in reading and math for underserved Detroit students in grades 3 through 5. Each year, the program supports more than 150 students from low-income households and under-resourced schools. Over 82% of participating students improve at least one proficiency level, right? So they're doing a good job. And 67% of third graders meet or exceed Michigan's reading benchmark after completing the program. The organization's mission is to close early learning gaps and ensure every child has the foundation to thrive academically. All right, we're going to do this right now. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to place this information that I just read into my Chat GPT. Now, I have the paid version. You know it's free. I have the paid version, which is $20 a month. And I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see how this works. So this is my Chat GPT. So I'm going to say, I need to find funders and foundations that offer grants. I'm doing this right now, that offer grants to support my organization. And I'm going to include what we just talked about. My organization is Detroit Learning Lift, right? So this is pretty simple, right? These are called prompts. I need to find funders and foundations that offer grants to support my organization. So that's a prompt that I'm giving ChatGPT, and then I included just a little paragraph about my organization. But you see, I needed to at least write something about the organization. All right, but this was a pretty simple prompt. I need to find funders and foundations that offer grants to support my organization. I hit enter. Let's see what it's going to come up with. It's thinking. So with ChatGPT, if you need an answer right away, you can always click answer now, or you can let it think a little bit, right? So it's saying I need to find local foundations, national foundations, right? So you can see it's just going through all of these different websites to try to come up with grants that are geared towards Detroit Learning Lift, right? All right, all right, all right. There we go. So I'm going to click because we are limited on time. I'm just going to click answer now and let it just give me what it has, right? All right. So what did it do? It's giving me grants. Not only is it giving me a list of grants, it's telling me why the grant is a great fit. Then it's telling me what I do next. So the Skillman Foundation, the Community Foundation of Southeast Michigan, the DTE Energy Foundation, the Kresge Foundation, right? It's giving me additional organizations. These are national organizations. So see how it started locally? Then it gave me some national foundations, right? Then it gave me, what did I say earlier? State funding, public and state funding opportunities, right? And then it's literally giving you information about how you utilize these funders. And guess what else it will do? This is called getting information that will support your organization, right? So we've got this after school program. What we want to share with the foundation is information that will showcase the fact that this is needed, right? So we need research to show that students in Detroit in grades 3 through 5, they need extra help. So let's ask AI. Let's see. I am writing a grant, and the prompts are so simple. And to I need to get data that shows how and why my after school program is needed in order to write a need statement or show impact. So I'm asking it, come on, give me some data to prove that my program is even necessary. I'm writing a grant and I need to get data that shows how and why my after school program is needed, right? I'm going to say needed specifically in Detroit. And then I hit the enter. Let's see what it does. Once again, it's thinking, thinking, thinking. Depending upon how soon you want an answer, you can click answer now or just kind of let it go through. It's gathering data right now. It's gathering data for Detroit after school tutoring needs. And it's thinking, thinking, thinking. Now, again, if you want something sooner, how long did that take? Looks like 19 seconds, people. 19 seconds. This is what it gave you. You can paste this as is and tweak language to match your voice. Look at what it's doing. Detroit's children are growing up in one of the most challenging educational and economic environments in the nation. More than 51% of children in Detroit live below the poverty line. Statewide, 38.9% of Michigan third graders are proficient in English on the M step, right? And overall proficiency rates remain below pre-pandemic levels, right? In some Detroit charter schools, only 12% of third graders are proficient. Do you see what this did in what? 19 seconds. It's giving you the reason that you're going to place in your grant as to why you even have an organization in 19 seconds. 19 seconds, people. This is what AI can do for you. I'm going to stop sharing and go back to the presentation and start sharing again. All right, let me go to my Zoom and we're going to start sharing again. Let's get back to where we were before. Was that not impressive? Let me know in the chat. What do you think about it? It took 20 seconds to come up with the reason why that tutoring program is needed. It took maybe, I don't think it was a minute to come up with a list of grants, right? So let me know. Do you see how fast it works? So literally, you can use AI to find funders. You can use AI to cut the research time. How long do you think it would have taken you? Let me know in the chat to get the data about what's going on with kids in Detroit. How long would it have taken you to come up with all of those stats? You let me know. Let me know in the chat. And that says that was very good. Too long. How long would you have needed to have sat at your computer to get stats on the proficiency levels, the reading levels, right? It did it in 19 seconds. It is amazing. And then it can also help you, I said before, with the budget, right? It can help you with, it can create a budget for you. And then it can do a review. So let's say the grant asks for 500 words. You wrote 700. You can ask AI to get it from 700 down to 500. It'll do it in seconds. Seconds, right? So that's just only some of what AI can do. So what I want to do is help you because I want to turn your next meeting that you have with that foundation or that next grant into funding. So I have the opportunity for you to work with me because think about this. You want to hire a grant writer, great, at least $5,000 per grant. If you're operating without a framework, you're spending at least 20 hours per grant. We don't have time. We don't have that kind of time anymore. You're working without a strategy. You're getting constant rejections. I have one client, she told me that, oh my gosh, she said that she had had over 100 rejection letters. No, no, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We need to put you in a position where you can start winning grant money. And then if you're not working with a strategy or a framework, you got to start each grant all the way over again. You don't have a community that you're working in, you're going to lose time and you're going to get misinformation. There is so much misinformation out there. I want you to be in a community where you're getting answers to your questions, counsel on what grants you should be pursuing, making sure you're finding those foundation personnel contacts to get you writing tips, to get you the latest data on grants. We have a private Facebook group where we're constantly dropping information about grants. I want to keep you focused and accountable because, as I said before, my students right now, the Black organizations, yes, right now are winning 5 and 6 figure grants. We have two different options. One is a do-it-yourself. Even that includes support. So I'm going to teach you how to write grants. This is my initial grant writing course. Remember, I said, even if you're working with AI, you got to be able to write about your organization, to write about your needs statement, to write about your foundation, or rather it could be your history, it could be your project, your service. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I teach you how to write about your organization. This is the initial grant course that I created. This is how I won over $18 million now in grants, step by step. I teach you how to write every part of the grant application. And then you're going to take that information and stick it into AI. I'm going to show you how to use those grant search portals. Now, to find grants, I use AI and those grant portals like Grant Watch, Grant Station. To me, you've got to use both. And in every single lesson in this course are built-in discussion starters. The questions come directly to me. I serve as your grant coach because let's say you want to create a budget, you need $50,000, but you don't know how to build it. You don't know what it should look like. You don't know where you should be focusing the $50,000. Maybe it can't just be to hire an executive director. You may need money elsewhere. You come into our private Facebook group and you ask questions, and I give you answers because I am serving as your grant coach. This initial grant writing course, I have over 3,000 students. They have won millions, millions of dollars. 12 modules, 35 lessons, 30 videos. You get tasks, you get planners, you get workbooks, you get real grant examples. And here are the bonuses. You get an hour of group coaching every single month, and that's live with me. And I even give you a list of over 600 organizations so that you can start and start right. Now, the course is valued at $5,000. It's been audited. So just so you know, it's been audited and it's a $5,000 course. It's like a college level course. It's normally $497. I discounted 90% because I want you to get this information, right? This is a community, like we've got to stick together. I'm here to help you. But right now, for the next few days, it's discounted to $297. Yes, that's that. You read that right. $297 for everything. The course, the Facebook group, the group coaching. Write it all off. It's tax deductible. You even get a certificate of completion when you're done. The link is being dropped into the chat. $297. That's it. That's one price. If you want to make two payments, you can. Two payments of $175 a month. All right, before we even get to the AI, let me quickly, I want to show you, I'm going to stop sharing and quickly go to the course so that you can see. I'm going to start sharing again. Those of you who want the original course, this is it. It's $297 or two payments of $175. You hit purchase now once you hit the link. And this is what I want you to see. If you want to meet with me privately, you can do so. That's a $500 session. If you buy it with the course, it's only $247. Oh, I get you together in that session, that strategy session, because I go through your program, your projects, your infrastructure, your target population, right? Your budget. I even give you a little mini list of grants at the end of that session. So it's $247. You have to add it on when you buy the course or else it's $500. All right, so it's 50% off. So let me stop sharing and get back to the course here. All right. Yep. There we go. And it's probably gonna, yeah, make me go through these slides again, but that's okay. So that's the original course, people. It's discounted right now to the $297. That's a $200 savings. And you still get support. You still get the Facebook group and the coaching and the list of funders. Now, we talked about AI. It took me 2 years to develop. This is the only AI course on the market. I'm going to say that again. This is the only AI course on the market that is geared towards grants where you get all of this information. It's $3,000. You get 8 modules, 30 lessons. I developed a custom GPT that is serving as your AI grant coach. You get over 150 prompts. You're going to write 5 times faster. You're going to cut 80% off of your research time. What you saw me do with AI is just the tip of the iceberg as of what you can do. Because remember, you got to learn how to write, and then you start plugging that into AI, and it will work magic. The course is $497. For the next 3 days, it's $147. Yes, I know that's like a crazy discounted price, but when I say I am here to help you, you have got to get yourself ready to get these grants. I don't want you starting a new year or a new month the same where you were before. Think about where you want to be in 3 months. Don't let it be where you are now. Don't let it be where you are now. It's $147. I've investigated the only other AI courses that are available at this level are at the university level. And let me tell you, they're nowhere near $147. That link is being placed in the chat. Those are the two done, do it yourself with support because even with the AI course, you still get the private Facebook group where you come in, you ask any question you want 24/7, right? You still get that support. So we don't just leave you, even if you're writing it yourself. And then we have, for the first time, only out of demand, a done for you service. It is the done for you grant prep package. It's a $10,000 program where guess what? We are writing your grant template. We are writing it for you. It's going to include your mission, vision, organizational history, target population, statement of need, program project description, goals and outcomes, evaluation plan, partnerships, budget and sustainability, impact summary. We are going to write that for you. So those of you who are thinking, oh, I don't want to write a single syllable, you no longer have to. Plus, we give you your executive summary. That's your anchor document because when you are meeting with people, you want to give them that executive summary. We write it for you. And yes, you're going to meet with me privately as a part of this program. And as a bonus, this is the amazing part because, again, I don't believe in just leaving you. Even if I've created something for you, I still want to give you tools so that you can move forward. You're going to get the AI grant course for free when you buy the Done For You package. You're going to get the AI course, the full course that I just talked about, that $3,000 course you're getting for free when you buy the Done For You grant package. It's $997, people. $997. I told you if you pay somebody to write one grant, that's $5,000 and up. Now you have the opportunity to have a reusable grant template. We're going to do the work for you. We're going to create this template. $997. And if you want to make the two payments, we got two payments of $597. We have heard from so many people like, Linda, just do it for me. Now we're doing it for you at an amazing, amazing price, an amazing offer, right? Because we're throwing in the AI course. All right. This is Melinda. So for those of you that are thinking, are grants available right now? December 4th, Melinda won $5,000 for her foundation youth mentoring program. These are Black organizations. Life Renewed Corporation last week won $7,000. Linda Peavy, thank you for your grant program. Thank you for being prompt with responses and helping me with what I needed. Right? Melinda was saying, Linda Peavy, I love your courses and learning by applying your methodology. No more headache, no more frustration, no more, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to do it. I don't know how, for crazy low prices. $297 for the grant course, $147 for the AI course. Let us give you your grant template for $997. Nicola won $250,000 a few months ago. $250,000. She didn't even apply for it. She applied for $50,000. They took one look at her grant application. She's a student. She knew how to write it because she took the course. And they said, wait, can we increase the grant amount? I know you asked for 50,000, but this grant application is so great. We want you to implement this program in other locations. And for those of you who are thinking that for-profits can't get grants, she's a for-profit. $250,000 over 6 months. Whitney won $200,000. She has a doula organization. You have to look locally and nationally. These people are learning for a very small amount. And this is what the return is. So you invest less than $300 for the initial grant writing course, and Whitney gets $200,000. Nicola gets $250,000. Kimberly, it was a 4-page application. She said, Linda, I took your course. It was the easiest application I've ever written. 4 pages, $84,000. So these are real people. These are real people. All right. Real people. Real people. All right. I'm looking in the chat and yeah, so everything's in the chat. Everything's in the chat for you. All right. One last thing. I have a special training tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Stop getting ghosted by grant funders. So I'm going to show for those of you who are getting ignored, maybe you've applied for grants, you're getting ignored or you're getting rejected. We're going to talk about how you fix the top 3 reasons why you're getting ignored or rejected. This is a free training tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We're putting a link in the chat. I hope you are there. I hope you are there. All right. All right. I believe that is it. But I want you to ask yourself, where do you want to be in 3 months? Do you want to be frustrated or funded? In 3 months from now, frustrated or funded? Which one? Which one? Let me know. Which one? Frustrated or funded? Which one? Let me know in the chat. I want to hear 3 months from now. Let me know in the chat right now. What do you want to be? Frustrated or funded? Which one? Kajwana, funded. Who else? Who else? Who else want to still be frustrated or who wants to be funded in 3 months? Do not go into the new year or into a new month the same way you left the last one. All right? All right, it's Q&A time. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go into the Q&A. I don't see any questions in the Q&A, so let me go to the webinar chat and see if I have any questions. Let me know there's not too late. Questions, questions, let me know. What questions do you have? This is your opportunity to ask a grants expert your grant questions. People, it's now is the time. Now is the time. Do not go into January. Let me tell you something about the beginning of the year. Every January is the absolute best time to apply for grants because there are more grants available. Why? Because many grants are first come, first serve. And when the grant money is gone, the grant money is gone. All right. So there's no waiting. Please do not wait. I know about procrastination. Don't we all procrastinate at some point? Time is out. There's too much grant money available. Too much grant money available. So questions, do I have any questions? Let me know. Question about AI, question about where you are, question about what you feel you need. Let me know what you feel you need. What is it that you're missing? Why have you not received grant money? Let me know in the chat. Let me know why you think you have not received any grant funding. Because as you can see, all of the examples I showed you were Black organizations that are winning grant money right now. Let me know why you think you're going to get the replay. You'll get the replay. And you have 3 days to get these offers. You got 3 days to get these offers, people. But in your email, you will get the link to the replay. All right. Or I'm on tonight at 7. Do you have that link, Melissa? Can you drop the link, especially for you, Tiffany, because you missed so much of it? You can come back tonight at 7 because I'm on at 7 as well. Do you have that? Can you find the link to the session tonight at 7? And if you have the Eastern Standard Time, we're on Eastern Standard Time. So it's 7 o'clock Eastern. There we go. She dropped the link in the chat. So if you want to, or people, please promise me something. All of you, please promise me something. Share this information. Do not leave this. Don't get it and keep it. We are in this together. Please share this information. Please share this information. All right. No connection with the organization and not putting in the right information to win the grant. So no connection with the organization. You don't necessarily need a connection. You know how you get your connection? You meet with them. That's how you get the connection. Because typically we don't know people that are on the foundations or people that sit on the foundation boards. We don't know who these people are, right? Of the $18 million that I won, I can maybe name maybe one or two foundations where I knew somebody. We, we don't know people. That's where you meet them. That's why you set up that meeting so that they do get to know you. And she says not putting the right information to win the grant, right? It's about more than numbers. Remember I talked about the impact? Is that Shay? Don't just say I serve 150 students. What's happening with the students? How are they benefiting from your program, right? The course will teach you how to write what you need to write. That initial course is 297. It's going to teach you how to write it. Now you can use the AI course to put in the information and find more funders, or even once you write about your organization, drop it into AI and ask it to make it sound better. It will. It will. But don't leave here without being in a community or without getting a framework that is going to help you, right? Because this is about more winning grants. This is what I've learned over the last 17 years. Winning grants is about more than just filling out some applications. It's about more than that. It's about more than that. This is a process. This is a process. All right, but thank you for being honest about that. Any more questions? Can you continue to send me messages? But yes, you will all get messages for the next 3 days. You'll get the offer message. So you'll get the offer, you'll get your replay. Be sure to open up the email because I want you to get the replay. And then you'll get the offer for the, if you want us to do it for you, want us to write your grant template, we'll do that. Or if you want the course so that you know how to write. Remember, with the done for you, if we write your grant template, you're getting the AI course for free. How would I make contact with the key players at the organization? There's many ways of doing it. Is it a science? Just to get over okay, the imposter syndrome is real, right? So we teach you that in the course. You come into the Facebook group. So she wants to know, how do you make contact with the key players at the organization? We help you with that. Buy the course, come into the Facebook group and say, I'm trying to get to XYZ Foundation. I need to get the key contact information. Remember, I said once a month I do a live session where I'm asked questions. So once a month, you're going to be a part of a live grant writing session with me. I do this all the time. People come into the that particular Zoom and they say, Linda, I'm in Houston. I need to know where are the grants in Houston. I will do the live search for you right there. I will literally find the person for you right there in that live session. But we actually teach you how to do that in the course. We teach you how to find the right person. And oh my gosh, over 17 years, I have all these secrets. I have all these clues that I use to get to the right person. Don't accept that info email. Don't send anything to the info email. You want the name of the person. Because keep in mind, this is what they do. Foundations, this is what they do. They give out grant money. They want to meet with you. Don't think they don't want to meet with you. They want to meet with you. The imposter syndrome is real. The imposter syndrome is like, I am unworthy of even being in this position to ask for money. You were placed in that position for a reason. You were placed in that position for a reason. We're not talking about you needing a bunch of degrees. We're talking about a framework and a process that you can use to finally start getting grant money. And you were placed in that position for a reason. Did God not place you in that position for a reason? Are you helping people? Do you have a desire to help people? There's something in your past that brought you to that position where you said, I want to open up this organization, whether it's a small business or a nonprofit, because I need to help. There's something that I can be doing, whether it's, like I said, a restaurant or a homeless shelter. Because you are being used, you've got to get beyond the imposter syndrome. And don't be scared of the foundation meeting. we can help you with that. We can literally tell you what you need to do. If you take that the one session, if you add on the private one-on-one session with me, that's a private session for $247. I will literally do mock interviews with you so that you're ready for the foundation meeting, so that it's going to become second nature. I am here to help you. I'm here to help you. All right. Any other questions at all? Let me see if there are any other. So you've got three opportunities. The initial grant writing course is $297. And by the way, you write everything off, everything's tax deductible, and you get a certificate of completion when you finish the AI course and when you finish the original grant writing course. This is to help you get this grant money. Be sure you spread this information. Give the link for tonight to other people that you know might want to join. There's a couple of sessions next week as well. So, Melissa, if you could just drop the link so that they can register for the next session or share it, please do that. Okay, I think we are done. Let me just make sure. Now, again, you've got 3 days. Please I don't want you to pass it up because I want you to get the help that you need. This is why we also offered like 2 monthly payments as well, just in case you don't have everything right now. And by the way, it doesn't expire. How many times have you bought a course that didn't expire? Most courses expire after what, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. These courses never expire. You have them forever because I want you to be writing grants and getting grants for a long time. I want to thank all of you for hopping on. I don't see any other questions. My name is Linda Peavy. Yes, they call me the Grants Queen, founder of the course Grant Writing for Non-Writers, Keys to Winning Grant Proposals in the AI-powered Grants Accelerator course. And I want to thank you. I want you to move forward. Whatever you do, you keep moving forward. Don't be discouraged about what you see on TV. The grants are available. Keep moving forward. And hopefully, I will see you in the Facebook group. You don't want to miss a Facebook group. The Facebook group is for people who buy one of the products. It is 24/7. You can come in there at any time and get help. It is phenomenal. I've got over 2,000 people in that Facebook group, everybody helping everybody else. This is for people who's ready to get this grant money. And now is the time. So when I'm going to do something special, when you come into the Facebook group, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Answer them, like your name, the organization, how long you've been around, where are you located, are you a nonprofit or for-profit? Answer those questions because I'm going to give you links to a few grants. I'm going to do that for you once you get into the Facebook group because I want you to get off to a good start. Now is the time. Just think about where you want to be in 3 months. I want to thank all of you so much. Again, I hope to see you over the course of the week in the Facebook group because now is the time. As you can see, grants are being won just weekly. So hopefully I will see you in the Facebook group. I'm going to be looking for you in the Facebook group. And you get access when you buy one of the courses. For those of you who are asking, when you buy the course, you're going to get 3 emails. One will be a welcome email. The other email will be like your username and password, and the other email will be your link to the Facebook group. All right? All right. Again, my name is Linda Peavy. Thank you so much. Keep moving forward. You can do this. I hope to see you soon. And again, it doesn't matter your industry. You could be in real estate. I have clients who have medical facilities, you name it, childcare centers, educational firms, doula organizations. They're getting grants. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a safe week. Have a beautiful and blessed holiday season. And let me help you because we can get this done. Thank you so much. And thank Melissa. Thank you so much for helping out as well. Melissa's in Africa, the motherland. So thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. Hopefully, I will see you in the Facebook group. All right. Thanks so much. Bye bye.